This is the Halkey Roberts automatic inflator, the v85000 model, which is the older model, and you can tell it's the older model because it has the light grey colour on the body of the inflator. This one we have here has actually been fired automatically. The reason I can tell that is that there's no green indicator here, and it will need resetting. So the first job is going to be to remove the cylinder, and as you can see there, the cylinder's been pierced by the firing pin, so that's fine. The second job then is to remove this clear plastic cap, and to do that we hold this part of the inflator and unscrew this anti-clockwise, and you can hear it clicking, and then it comes off all the way and slides out. And inside of there is the old salt bobbin, and when the water goes through here, there's holes in the bottom, it washes the salt out, and as you can see in there, if I just quickly grab a new one, the salt on this one we've taken out of the jacket has washed away in comparison to the new one. Okay. While we're on the subject of the bobbins, you've got a date stamped on the front of the bobbin, which is the date the part was manufactured rather than the expiry date. So this one was manufactured in November the 20th, 2009. The new one I'm putting in, as you can see, has a slightly different date, so it's November the 3rd, 2011. And typically these items have a 2-year life in a jacket. So if your bobbin is older than 2 years from manufacture, or 2 years in the jacket, then it should be replaced. Okay. So if we bring in the new parts, you can, just to compare the two cylinders, you've got the old cylinder with the pierced and the new cylinder which is intact. The last thing you may or may not need to check is the firing pin. It's held on by a green clip, and there are actually three different types of clip which fit this jacket. The original pin, you can see there, is very fragile, so these other two parts, which are genuine Halkey Roberts parts, were manufactured to replace this because this is very difficult to post and send. So these two are much more robust, but all these three clips will do the same job on this inflator. This one is inserted through the little hole and in. That's the original part. If we click that out of there and try this other pin, our replacement pin just clicks either side of the lever arm and into place. And this one is actually reusable. Okay, so that's the firing pin. If we then replace the salt bobbin, it stands salt down on the top, so it will look like that when it's going back in. Okay, so salt down onto the top, and this then slides into grooves. If you twist this around, it will find its grooves, and then it's just a case of turning it clockwise and tightening it up. And as I mentioned at the start of the film, this one is now good because it's got the green band around, and that's because the salt is intact and that has pulled back the spring. And the last job then is to refit the gas cylinder, hold the body nice and tight, and that's the unit ready to go. Repack the jacket. Don't forget to leave your pull cord out.